Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana Inganga and I'm a HR professional, and today we are just continuing with our topic, understanding anxiety in the workplace. From part 1, we've actually understood a lot of importance, how you can control it, self-awareness, and it was very good, and the conversation was just flowing and flowing and flowing thanks to the coach.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, so we are going to continue with the second part of understanding anxiety, the importance, how you're going to regulate yourself if you're in that space whereby you're really suffering from anxiety.
Yeah, yes. So it could be, I don't know, these are the challenges I've been having over the last few months, and that's why my sales have been like this. This is what I have been doing. So it's not like, so tomorrow in that appraisal, you're being roasted, no kotu hapo.
Yeah.
No, please go with a plan. You can even say, by the way,
that is very good. Go with a plan.
Exactly. It reduces anxiety.
Yeah,
you can even that's it. You can even go and say, by the way, I've honestly had I don't know, very bad months.
Yes.
But here's the plan. Here's how I plan to make up. This is what, so that
good.
Exactly, so that even your boss knows, by the way, ajaka atu akingojea.
True, at least you have a plan.
Exactly, you have taken initiative, you're being proactive. Yeah. Being proactive helps you reduce anxiety.
Ah, that is very good.
Exactly. Being proactive will help you, unlike me thinking, okay, my God, I have an appraisal tomorrow. Yes. Kitaumana, so I can't even sleep.
Negative thoughts.
Exactly. I'm worried that about that meeting, that, and I'm speaking from experience.
Life lesson.
Oh my God. And here we used to call them sales ops.
Yes.
And you've been told to do your graph for the last 6 months. And then your graph by the way, and it will be presented in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And you know, my God, I don't want Kesho, you know.
Because everyone will actually see that my performance is not that
good. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I don't
like
know what to say.
From anxiety.
I couldn't even sleep.
Yeah. My God, it's never interesting.
Exactly. In the morning, you're waking up like, see, I call in sick. Then your boss already knows you're on the red. So you need to show up.
True.
If I knew what I know now, it could have been, yes, I already know I'm on the red, so I need to go with a plan.
Yes.
So, nenda tu hapo kuzushua, there's nothing I'm saying, it will just create more anxiety.
True.
So, if it's maybe a big presentation that you have tomorrow, and you're worried about how it will go. Sometimes we are worried over things that either we can control or we cannot. Exactly. Over. So if I can control, what can I control over that presentation? Yes. I can control maybe my presentation skills, my content, how I present myself.
Yes.
Have I prepared myself?
It's very important.
Exactly. Then understanding there are also some bits in a situation where you don't have control.
True. Yes.
Unaweza kaingia your room, the person decides by they don't like you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So you also have to be prepared for that. Yeah. That, you know what, I'm bringing my A game, I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
You ingine, by the way, nachia God. However this situation goes, I gave it my
your best.
Exactly. I gave it my best. Yeah. That reduces anxiety. Sometimes it depends on maybe how you're looking at things.
True.
You're going for a job interview and you're so anxious because you really want to get that job.
True. Yeah.
Then you lose sleep at night. Then you wake up with a headache, your eyes are red. Then unaingia your interview because you're so nervous, you're even being asked what's your name, you're like yes. You've forgotten even your own name. Exactly. Anxiety. And it's coming from, that one is almost coming from a good place of I really want that job. But back to thoughts again. You know, what can I control about this situation?
Yes.
You know, I cannot control them hiring me or not. But I can control how I present myself.
True.
How do I present myself with confidence? I need to be confident about my stuff, about my content.
Yes.
What are the kind of questions these guys would ask me in an interview? Can I prepare?
We
have HR here. Yes, who can share.
Yeah.
So what are the things that I can prepare?
Yeah,
and then pray. You ingino nachia God. You know what? I'm going and I'm going to give my best in that interview.
That's it.
And then I will control my thoughts in terms of how I view the situation. Then if I don't get the job, maybe it's happened and I didn't get a regret letter, even the way I look at that will help me control my anxiety, or it will just, you know, make it worse. I could look at it, I've been given an opportunity. I went, I presented myself. I'm one step closer. No, maybe that job wasn't for me. That means there's a job out there for me.
Agreed.
Yeah, maybe there's something that I need to learn to upgrade, so that by the time that job is coming,
then you're well prepared.
Exactly. Alternatively, I could look at it like, no one wants to hire me. I'm not good enough. I will never get a job. You know, this economy has just gone. Then and what will that happen?
People will actually feel the energy. You see, if I come to you and even you're suffering from anxiety, it's very hard for us to have a conversation. It's very hard for me to see the value that you're bringing to the table.
Exactly. And maybe let me just add my own experience as well. I remember my very first job that I went, and I was very open-minded. I had, kwanza that one was different. I had zero expectations because hata sikuwa naona kama naweza kanichukua. So what I discovered, I went without any fear.
Just relax.
For me, by the way, I was just enjoying. In fact, in my head, I told myself, exactly, I am preparing myself for future interviews. So even when I got in, I saw a panel of about probably 7 people.
That was...
I didn't even panic. I was like, let's do this. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I'm preparing myself for future interviews. So I wasn't scared. And I answered to the best of my abilities. Some, I was like, by the way, I don't even know. But I can find out. You just never say, and you're the expert. You just don't say, sijui, I don't know. No. We want proactive people. I don't know, but I can find out. I don't know, but I can. Just don't leave it hanging like that. And what amazed me is I got that job.
Wow.
Yes, it was amazing. But now when I recall that moment, if I was really anxious and I really wanted it,
job.
Believe me, ningeingia nione panel.
7 people.
Anxiety attack right there.
You feel nervous, you feel you're not good enough.
Exactly. So it's at the end of the day, it's the thoughts that we tell ourselves. It could be, I really want that job. God, you know, I need this job. So go before me. You know, most of us are in a place where we've been brought up with a religious background.
True.
Usiache Mungu nje, ingia nae.
I agree.
Exactly. Before you get into that interview room, you say, favor will locate me.
Agreed. True.
No one will is going to bully me. Exactly. But then again, affirmation is all about your thought process. It's about positively wording. And maybe that's one thing we can add, that affirmation can help reduce
anxiety.
Exactly. And just understanding what's the best I can do in this situation. And learning yourself, self-awareness. What are my triggers? What are my triggers at work? Like you said, it's not about other people.
It's also all about me.
Exactly. So if my trigger is my boss, how do I manage my boss?
You see?
If my trigger is my boss because they're always, very nasty about...
every situation.
Exactly. And let me give another personal example. I remember for the longest time, my boss and I used to argue over something very simple. Alikuwa nataka tu presentation ikuwe na
certain format.
Exactly. Certain format, certain font. Alice Jambi used to take it with different... I was very new at work.
So that one was the beautiful font.
Yes, and I'd mix, I don't know, this font and this font and this font. And every time I'd go, it would be atanikelelesha, then I'll leave there so feeling angry. So bad. Exactly. And so angry. And so, and it was always like that, until one day I asked myself, hey, mbona si ukileshana na mdosi? You know, why am I always on her bad? Then I now self-awareness started understanding what is that. When we go for meetings, anakuanga nazusha nini?
Agreed.
It's always the same thing. She wants font size this.
Just give her that font. It will save you a lot of stress.
Exactly. And that's what I did. This is the font you want. This is the format you want. And believe me, I went the next day, we didn't have any argument.
Yeah, everything.
She
is
looked,
now.
she looked, she just checked, she removed whatever needed to be edited. She told me, go change this.
Yeah.
Hatukuzushiana, or rather sikuzushiwa, sikutukanwa. I went home in a better space.
At least you're at peace knowing that you did the right thing.
Exactly. And for me now, I started asking myself, okay, so if it's that other person in the office, why are we having conflict? Bonus you. So how best can we resort
this conflict?
Yeah, exactly. So it's self-awareness. Understand your triggers.
True. Yeah, understanding your triggers.
Exactly. So that you know how to manage them. It could be maybe you need to put boundaries.
Agreed.
So you're being triggered and yet it's not the other person's fault. You're the one. Exactly. So self-awareness. And understanding, okay, these are the signs of me getting an anxiety attack. So how best can I deal with this?
True.
I breathe. Maybe I need to walk to the water point because if I stay here, nitaongelesha mdosi vibaya or my colleague, so I need to remove myself from the situation. I can say I'm going for water and coming back. By the time I'm coming back, I'd have...
You're calm?
Exactly. I'd have calmed down. Maybe for me, I'm the type of person who's anxious. So, like we were mentioning, it's very important to understand those two things, that worry is normal. However, constant worry, which is anxiety, then it's not normal. And what we're saying, we need to understand when you're in this position, then what do you do? Remember, number one, the power of breath.
Yes.
Regulate your body just using the power of the breath.
Yes.
Then number two, awareness.
Yes.
Awareness of, exactly, and awareness of our thoughts. What is this that I'm thinking that is making me feel this way? Then reframe our thoughts. So, because at the end of the day, we're just dealing with thoughts. So if I can choose negative thought, I can also choose
positive thoughts.
Exactly. We have the power of choice. Then lastly, act. You know, what's the best way to handle this? Like we were mentioning, it could be the best way to handle this is for me to be prepared for that meeting. The best way for me to handle this is to just minimize contact with my colleague as much as possible. The best way for me to handle this is make sure my reports are ready every Monday instead of being called for by the boss Monday at night. I mean,
on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday at night. Then I need to know that by Friday evening, those reports need to be ready. If how do I manage my boss? If the issue is having a toxic boss, how do I set boundaries? And then, like you mentioned, self-awareness, understanding my triggers. So, what are my triggers? And how does that
affect me as a person?
Exactly. And how does that look like for me? It could be my trigger with my boss is they say something, and how that comes out for me is I feel my chest is constricting. So for me to understand the physical signs first, so that I can be able to arrest that, so that I can be able to tell, hey, Alice Jambi, where your thoughts are taking you, you need to remove yourself from this situation because it's going here. And just learning to express ourselves. Learning to express ourselves. And finally, understanding anxiety comes because of two things. Worrying about what we can control
and what we don't have control over.
And what, so if you can be, if you have control over something, why worry? Just, you know,
why worry?
Exactly, why worry? And you have control over it. Then the same thing, if you have no control over it, why worry? Because
you can go sleep over it, and then you can answer it tomorrow.
And if you have no control, exactly, don't worry, because either way you have no control. So why worry? Just leave it to God and just pray for the best. Because
even it's in the Bible. By worrying, do you add even a day or
exactly
to your life?
Zero, nothing. So those things will help us learn how to cope with, you know,
anxiety.
with anxiety.
Oh, thank you so much, Coach. That was so amazing. Like everything, the takeaways, there are so many that I can't even be able to mention all of them, because we have so many things that we've learned. How do you understand anxiety? You see the things that you're supposed to do when you're going through anxiety, because I've been in those situations. Being a HR, somebody is coming to the office and you're super anxious. You can't even express yourself. So it's very important for you to start working backwards and take every point that the coach has said. Breathe. You see, and everything that she has actually said, try and practice them, and you're going to get out of that situation, and you're going to express yourself better for you to become a better person. Thank you so much for watching my video. Until next time, do you have one last word?
Whatever you've picked today, just pick one thing and just practice it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye.